Yes, we have another MPV with us today, and yes, you may have already seen this on our channel. This is the new Suzuki Ertiga Hybrid. We're here today at Suzuki Auto Kawit, and we're going to drive these babies all the way down south to Bay Laguna. Now, I know we've already tried this out before, but we weren't really able to properly drive it and come up with representative fuel economy figures. So we're going to drive it in real world conditions, and we're going to see what we're actually going to get. We're going to check back with you guys later. Okay, so we're about to leave Kawit, Cavite now, and Suzuki just announced that there's going to be a small competition, a Fuel Eco Challenge. It's normal for drives like these to have such gimmicks, but honestly, nobody's going to drive like they're in a challenge in normal conditions. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drive as economically as possible and drive as if we're paying for the gas. I guess that's one way to put it. There are three of us in the car right now. Me, our associate editor, Sheng Banzon, and Miss Ria Roson of Club Ertiga. We're not really gunning for the win here, but we do have an advantage because I'm from the area where we're going, to Laguna, and I kind of know all the back roads there, so we'll see how this challenge turns out. We're now stuck in traffic at the Cavitex Toll Plaza, and the auto start stop system is in full operation. So now the engine is turned off. So the way this works is that when the 12-volt lithium-ion battery has enough charge, thanks to the integrated starter generator, it will be able to shut off the engine and turn it back on seamlessly when you're stuck in traffic. This EASS, as they call it, this system won't work if the battery has less than 2 bars of charge or if you're running at less than 5 kilometers per hour. Now we just passed Skyway and we're on SLEX, and in a bit we're gonna hit the provincial roads of Calamba. Now I have to say, this is a very, very comfy MPV. We're now on poorly paved parts of the expressway, and the vibrations aren't that harsh. So when you're using this in the city, in Metro Manila, it's gonna be a very comfortable ride. As for the handling, it's pretty much the same as the current gasoline-powered Ertiga. The steering is very, very light. It's gonna be an easy MPV to maneuver when you're in the city, and when you're in the expressway, the steering is just right. Now I'm gonna check the fuel economy, current fuel economy. After driving roughly 38.5 kilometers, we're at 16.8 kilometers per liter. That's not really bad. That won't win the challenge, but that's probably close enough to what actual driving will yield. I'm here with Miss Rio. She's from Club Ertiga. Kamusta yung ride so far, Miss Rio?
Komportable. Yung position is spacious. Hindi siya yung sikip. Yung legs ko, na-stretch ko siya. Then yung aircon, mahina lang siya, naka number 1 lang. Pero lamig na ako.
Kamusta yung ride niya compared with the first gen? Kasi Miss Rio owns a first gen Suzuki Ertiga. So, kamusta?
Actually, from sa first gen, tsaka ito, medyo safe lang kasi parang hindi naman nakakapanibago. Yung environment lang niya is syempre bago. Mas masarap sa pakiramdam. And yung mas lighter pagdating sa mga bumps. And hindi siya yung matagtag.
She did have a good point. Mas maganda na nga kasi yung interior ng Ertiga Hybrid kaysa doon sa first gen Ertiga. So that makes the ride a lot more enjoyable. Mas masaya yung mga road trip mo. And also, maluwag nga sa likod. This is a 7-seater. So there is still space at the back sa third row. But I still have a lot of space to work with dito. I have a lot of legroom to work with. May bag pa nga ako dyan eh. Ayun. Tapos same with the front seat. The vibrations aren't really harsh here. Nasa expressway kami, hindi naman namin masyado dinig yung hangin or yung ingay from the outside. Yung road noise din and tire noise, di din siya actually rinig eh. So, it's easy to doze off in the second row. So, Sheng's still in the driver's seat. Let's ask her how she's finding the Ertiga Hybrid.
Actually, my first observation with it is it's kind of hard to find a good driving position. In my case, the main issue is the lack of seatbelt height adjustment. I'm not very tall, I'm 5'5", so these tend to be mounted quite high and it cuts through your neck. Another thing is the steering wheel does not have telescopic adjustment, so you can adjust it for tilt up and down, but for reach, it's fixed. So if you have longer legs but a slightly shorter torso and shorter arms, it's hard to find the correct distance.
So, what's the fuel economy right now?
16.7 now, but I wasn't really driving economically. Well, I wasn't trying to save fuel when I was driving. I drive as I normally do. Ba't ang babagal ng mga sasakyan? Don't stay on the left lane if you're not going to overtake. Please don't.
Okay, so we just gassed up and napuno siya ng 4.679 liters. We computed for the actual fuel economy readings and we got 17.204 kilometers per liter, which is actually a bit higher than what the gauge told us. We didn't really try that hard, but that's not so bad. So, nabanggit natin kanina, Miss Rio is the owner of first gen na Ertiga, gasoline-powered Ertiga. Yung Ertiga na yun has a 1.4 liter gasoline engine, if I'm not mistaken. And this one has a 1.5 liter gasoline engine that produces 104 horsepower and 138 Newton meters of torque. Of course, sabi nga namin, hybrid siya. So it has a 12-volt lithium-ion battery with an integrated starter generator. Ngayon, Ms. Rio, anong masasabi mo sa drive niya? How the hybrid system helps you drive?
Actually, napaka-easy niyang gamitin. It's my first time to drive an automatic hybrid. So, yung effort niya sa pag-akyat,
Tulad nito.
yeah, like this, flawless. Konting hapak lang sa gas. And yun, kayang-kaya niya talaga. Hindi katulad ng mga na medyo mabibitin ka.
Mhm.
So, mag-downshift ka, ganun.
Tapos yung isa sa mga features nitong hybrid ay yung auto start stop system, 'di ba? Which is nasubukan natin kanina nung nasa traffic tayo. How do you find that feature?
Hindi siya nakakainis. Hindi mo mararamdaman kung hindi mo pakikiramdaman.
Actually ako din, nabanggit ko din kanina, hindi din ako pag nakakasubok kami ng mga test unit, ng mga demo unit na may ganun, lagi ko ina-off 'yun. Pero after testing this one, parang okay lang din siya eh. Parang hindi siya nakakainis, hindi siya nakaka-bother.
Yeah.
Although hindi ko pa rin masabi, pag na-stuck na siguro ako sa malalang traffic, baka mas nakakainis na siya. Although malalaman natin pag nasubukan na namin. Yung nabanggit mo yata sa amin kanina na parang mas malambot yung steering niya saka yung suspension niya, tama ba?
Yes.
Paano mo i-compare yung steering nito?
Hindi ako yung hirap na ikot ng manibela.
Sa parking kanina, yun ba yun?
Yes. Yung pagka-turn, ganun. Kasi usually, sinasagad ko yung manibela para maka-turn ako, ganun.
Tapos kanina, tinanong kita yung ride sa likod. Ngayon, nasa harap ka. Medyo iba na to. Kamusta naman yung ride?
Well, sabihin ko na medyo matagtag yung sa Gen 1. This one, napaka-suabe lang. Smooth. Pag nadadaan sa mga humps or sa mga lubak, hindi sumasakit yung pitak.
I'm sure ito din yung isang wala sa Gen 1. Since hybrid siya sa registro, exempted siya sa Cody.
Yes.
Walang ganun yung Gen 1, di ba? Yung sa preno, anong napansin? May napansin ka kanina, di ba? May binanggit ka about the preno.
Siguro hindi siya kasing responsive ng dati kong yung Ertiga ko. Dahil medyo may delay. So, medyo siguro naninibago lang ako. Pero
Mm.
baka makasanayan din.
Medyo napansin ko din yun kanina, actually sa ni Charlene, na parang kailangan mundanan yung apak. Parang medyo malalim yung biting point niya. Tapos kailangan mo talagang diinan para mas kumapit siya. Although hindi naman kulang ha.
Oo.
Kailangan mo lang talagang diinan. Okay, so big news. We didn't win. Wow. The winning team got 26.8 kilometers per liter, while we got 17.2 kilometers per liter. If you think about it, it's really not that bad. But the winning team said what they did was they kept it to 80, cruise control engaged on the expressway, and if I recall correctly, they didn't make any driver changes. Whereas we drove normally. We gave it beans when it needed to overtake. We made a few driver changes, we made a few stops, so I guess that's much more realistic. And hey, again, like I said, it's not that bad. 17.2 kilometers per liter from Kawit all the way to Bay Laguna really is pretty good. There wasn't much traffic through our drive, I know. So if you're going to drive this in Metro Manila, expect those numbers to be a bit on the lower side. But then again, still not bad for an MPV this size and with 3 passengers on board.